right. Hi, my name is Robin, your nutrition expert, and we're going to talk about what is shred because it's important to talk about it. So, shred 10 helps us to take out the foods and the habits that are not serving us and flood our bodies with whole food nutrition for at least 10 days, but hopefully you will be inspired to do that beyond 10 days. And everybody is attracted to Shred 10 initially because of the words 10, and they immediately think it's 10 pounds. And that can be true or not. Some people release more than 15 pounds, some people less than 15 pounds. But we don't want to pass this off as a weight loss program. We want to pass this off as a nutrition program. You see, because when you flood your body with whole food nutrition and you eat well, the side effects is that weight comes off. So I want to be clear on that. And there are two startling trends in our world today that's kind of putting us in a bad space. And the two startling trends, one of them is that our environment is flooded with chemicals, and we can't do anything about that. You have to breathe. And when you do so, your cells are under assault. And so by knowing that, we want to do whatever we can to protect ourselves. The second problem is that there's not a lot of food in our food. That since it started, since our population is growing and processed foods, there are a lot of chemicals in the food that makes it such that you're not getting the nutrition that your body needs in order to thrive. And when I say there's not a lot of food in your food, if you're eating something that has a label on it, if you look at it, you'll see a lot of chemicals and stuff that's made and processed, but not a lot of vitamins and minerals. And that's what we need in order to thrive. Now, the Shred 10 works because that missing piece is your micronutrition. And your micronutrition is your vitamins, your minerals, and your phytochemicals. And so when we're doing the Shred 10, you're flooding your body with macronutrition, which is your carbs, your proteins, and your fats, but also you're giving it powerful plant foods, which is your micronutrition. And you're putting those plant foods in your body in such a raw, valuable form that your body just appreciates what you are doing for that time. That is why it works. So I'm going to share with you what you're eliminating during the shred, but don't be afraid, because sometimes people look at this list and it gives them a trepidation, but it's okay. You'll survive, and it's not bad. So we're removing gluten for 10 days. Now, what is gluten? It is the protein found in wheat. And why are we removing it? We are removing it because in some cases, in a lot of cases, the gluten and the way that it's processed is working against our digestive system and can cause bloated and constipation and just all kinds of things. And so in order for you to know that, pulling back for 10 days is going to help you determine how gluten works in your body. We're also taking out dairy. That's milk, cheese, butter, yogurt, just for 10 days. You can do anything for 10 days. The good news about this, as we're discussing what you're taking out, we're going to give you a whole lot of things that you can put in. Taking out caffeine as best that you can. I know some of you may be a coffee drinker, and the thought of not having caffeine just doesn't sound good to you. So when you, if you're doing, let's say, 10 cups of coffee a day, if you reduce to 5, then that's okay. So reduce or eliminate as best that you can. Alcohol, self-explanatory. I know a lot of us like to have a glass of wine at the end of the evening. We're going to stop that for 10 days. Processed foods. So we're asking or encouraging you to prepare your food for those 10 days. Sugar, the good news, though we're asking you to remove sugar, we're actually giving you a suggestion of what to add in, which has natural sugars that your body really needs, and it'll help to manage your sweet tooth. And we're going to ask you to stop eating after 6:37 p.m. to give your body a break. As you're removing those things, we want you to add in exercise 3 to 4 days during the shred, enough water so that your urine is clear, also to sleep 7 to 8 hours, add in 1 to 2 of the Juice Plus complete shakes per day, and I'll explain why the Juice Plus shakes are so powerful. They are a meal replacement. And again, you're going to do 1 to 2 shakes every day during those 10 days. And then highly, highly recommended is adding the Juice Plus fruits, berries as a chewable. So fruits, vegetables, and berries as a chewable or a capsule. That is your micronutrition. Raw fruits and vegetables in that chewable or a capsule really, really makes a difference. We know that shredders experience a better 10 days when they're adding in the fruits, vegetables, and berries. A question comes up, can you intermittent fast during the shred? So let me explain what intermittent fasting is. It is a period of time where you're eating and then a period of time where you're not eating. The most popular way to intermittent fast is where you're eating during an 8-hour window and you're not eating during a 16-hour window. So you can incorporate the intermittent fast into the shred or not. If you decide to do that this time around, I'm going to make sure that those that are interested have a menu that will guide them through the shred going with an intermittent fasting protocol. So to give you an example, when I do the intermittent fast, I start eating at 11. Actually, let's say I start eating at 10, and I eat between 10 and 6, and I stop eating after 6, and I don't eat again until 11, but I still put in my shake, and I still go with the rest of the shred criteria. I'm just altering my time. So I'll open it up for questions if y'all have any questions about that. We do the shred as a group, which means that you're not alone. All of us are not drinking alcohol. All of us are not eating after 7. All of us are not eating gluten. So we're doing this as a group. We have a Facebook group, or if sometimes we have text accountabilities. We start November 11th and go through the 20th, and that is our November shred, which is very cool because you're doing it before Thanksgiving. So you're going to do it before Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, we're going to invite you to shred again in December before the next holidays, so you can keep yourself in order. Again, we hold each other accountable. We do that in our private Facebook group that, should you decide to join in with us, you will be invited to that group. And if you don't have Facebook, your shred leader will likely have another way to connect with you, perhaps via text. Now, if you are a shredder with us, you're going to receive the following. Necessary Nutrition has created, and who is Necessary Nutrition? Necessary Nutrition is a nutrition company that has created a special menu for the shred and for after the shred. And I want you all to be clear that this is not in every shred program. The Shred 10 program is a national program sponsored by the Juice Plus company. However, as a part of this shred team, we have a bonus that is very valuable because it's going to walk you through the 10 days as to what to eat. And then after the shred, you have a full 4-week meal plan that you can use to continue your journey. The 4-week meal plan has gluten in it, has some dairy in it, but it will guide you through to continue to flood your body with the micronutrition, the proper macronutrition, as well as keeping your weight down if that is what you desire. So if you're going to participate, we want to make sure you have that tool. Also, you get a digital recipe book. We want to flood you with great resources that you can use over and over again. You'll have access to the accountability group and the Shred 10 Success Guide. Lots of value. A lot of people say, okay, well, what do I eat during the shred? If I'm not eating gluten and I'm not eating all these things, what am I eating? So we'll keep it simple for you. When you're doing within your 10-day window, within the 10 days, right, your first meal is your shake. And you can do that as a smoothie if you'd like, with some nut butter, but it's your protein, you're complete. Now, when you're outside of the shred, or let's say for whatever reason you're out in the world and you didn't have your shake, then you could do, if you eat eggs, you might not, but you could do eggs and a piece of oatmeal or vegetables. So we want to make sure that you have options, but we also want to make sure that you're within the shred guidelines. Some snacks we have listed for you. You can do turkey, you can do hummus, and vegetables. We keep you covered. I'm giving you a quick overview, but the meal plan has all different options for you. Lunch, if you're doing that shake again, we go back to the shake or a big, huge salad. And dinner, you can make all kinds of creations with chicken, fish, turkey, tofu, whatever you want to do, whatever protein you want to add in there, and have a little bit of rice or sweet potatoes or quinoa or plantains. So the question becomes, if you're not doing gluten, what can you do? Oatmeal is gluten-free, quinoa is gluten-free, corn tortillas are gluten-free. People don't realize you can actually have tacos. That if you use a corn tortilla and you make them soft, you can have tacos. So tacos and salad, that is my favorite go-to meal during the shred. What do you need to participate? You must have the Juice Plus Complete. You cannot shred without the protein because that's part of your meal. You also, it's highly recommended that you have the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, because that's going to give you the powerful micronutrition. You can do the shred without the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries, but you got to have the complete, but we highly recommend the fruits, vegetables, and the berries. And then most important is your commitment to yourself. You got to be all in with this. We want you to get it, have fun, feel the benefits of it, and be committed to the shred during the 10 days. With the Juice Plus Complete, it is a full meal designed to give you balanced nutrition, and because it has natural sugars in it, it's designed to manage that sweet tooth. If you have that, it keeps you full for at least 4 hours. If you're taking the complete and maybe you feel hungrier, I always recommend putting a little nut butter in there. A good fat helps to keep you satisfied. The fruits, vegetables, and the berries come in a capsule or a chewable. Now, your capsules, you can throw them right inside of your complete as a smoothie and blend them up. You don't have to open them up. You just throw them right in, and you don't have to fool with it. That's what I do now to make it easier. I just put my capsules in my smoothie and drink my nutrition, and it is so powerful. The fruits, the vegetables, and the berries are backed by science. It's raw fruits and vegetables, the pits, the peel, the seeds, vine ripened. I can tell you this, I am a nutritionist. I've been doing this for 11 years, and I added in the Juice Plus 2 years ago with my clients, and it was a game changer. And so because of that, I'm super passionate and super committed to sharing what I know. We're so nutrient deficient, even when we think that we're good eaters, because the food that we have or that's in the grocery store is not vine ripened, not raw, and a lot of times just doesn't have the nutrition in it. When you're taking Juice Plus, your child, grandchild, or next door neighbor child, who's ever child, can get a Juice Plus for free. So the person that invited you here can help you get that for the child in your life. Juice Plus is not a multivitamin. People call it a vitamin, and it makes me sad, because a vitamin is, now it has vitamins and minerals in it, but it is not a multivitamin, in that multivitamin is isolated nutrients, certainly not the full spectrum. When you're taking Juice Plus, you're literally taking the real food. It's the water has just been taken out of it, and it's turned into a powder. What to expect from taking Juice Plus. So everybody's experience is different. So I'm going to have a couple of people share with you their experience with the shred, and then also their experience just taking the plant powders in general. So Renee, if you could tell us, so Renee and Sandra, I'm going to put you all on the spot. Renee, if you would be so kind to share your experience with being a part of the shred, taking the plant powders, all of that, so that people can hear someone else's perspective.
Okay, my name is Renee Williams. I started taking Juice Plus last year. When I started taking it, I wanted to jumpstart my body quickly, so I actually started with the shred. And that really served me well because I was able to see the benefits immediately. I used to swell up a lot. My legs would stay swole up. By the end of the week, I could actually feel the water in my feet. It was so much water retention. I had gained so much weight, and I was at a point that I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I can't keep going on these diets, gaining weight. I mean, losing weight just to gain it all back with some change. I was in fear of my kidneys being failing, and I was always tired. Well, within the first few days, since I was flooding my body with the fruits, vegetables, and the berries, as well as taking the complete twice a day, I shed a lot of water. I had such energy that I was afraid. I was like, hold up, I'm not shaky, but I just feel so, I don't just fall asleep every minute. And I was concerned. I called, the people who told me about Juice Plus, and they were like, okay, just it's normal, but they were trying to help me to see this is your new normal. You actually are going to have energy. You're actually going to feel good. And so I was able to do that within that last year. I've been successfully able to keep off 30 pounds, and I fluctuate between 40 and 30 pounds. So, but I do the shred. I try to do it every month. So that keeps me in the pocket, so to speak. It keeps me from gaining a whole bunch of back, not having that rebound weight. So I have really enjoyed staying committed to the program and staying committed to my health. And it has served me well.
I like when you made mention that you do it every month, and this has become a lifestyle. We shred every month, and usually the second Monday of every month we start and we do it, and it just keeps you on point. We're all trying to live, and this is really a way to eat to live. If y'all say that you want to live and you want to thrive and you want to be well, this is the best of what I know. This is the best of what I know. Thank you so much, Renee. And then Sanja, if you can share your experience with the shred and then also taking the plant powders, what you've noticed and what has happened for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, I am so happy to share because it's amazing what this has done in my life. I know that for my entire life, I have been exhausted and because of anemia. I had anemia, and I was taking ferrous sulfate and sucking these capsules down, trying to feel better, trying to breathe in the summertime, especially in July and August. I was not able to run multiple errands that involved me going in the heat because it would literally take my breath away and I'd need a nap. So over time, I just learned to avoid doing that. I had to go to bed early. I couldn't go out to late evening events because I was going to need to go to sleep. I started Juice Plus and got on the capsules, the whole quad, and the shakes, and started the Shred 10. And my hemoglobin is a 12.7. And for those of you who may not know what that is, that's the measure of the iron in your body. And Robin, if you want to explain that even more, but I've gone from 7, 8, 9 on a good day to normal range, 12.7. I'm way up in the normal range, in fact, according to my doctors. And I have never felt this type of energy before. I thought I was just destined to live a life of low energy, but my hot flashes reduced significantly, almost gone, and no night sweats at all. I get a warm wave every now and then if I have, something full of sugar or full of caffeine, and the shred keeps me conscious about that. And my last statement is that the shred has raised my level of consciousness. And if I eat something I'm not supposed to, I'm well aware of it. And the minute I finish it, my body says, I don't like it. So that raising my level of consciousness has been one of the big factors of doing the shred on a monthly basis.
Absolutely. Thank you all both. This is the thing. We could have endless amounts of people sharing their stories. So to keep our call short, we just have a couple, but and this is the thing, everybody's body is different. I can't tell you what's going to happen with your body, but just trust and believe that when you flood your body with all this nutrition, wonderful things happen. I will just tell you this, for me, even though I was a good eater, that I'm a nutritionist, by doing the shred, obviously it helps me to keep my body in order. but my eyes are not red anymore. I used to have allergies in my eyes. I used to have a dry patch on my forehead. That's gone. And I used to wear false nails, and my nails are super, super strong. So it's awesome. How to make this a success for you and how to ensure your goals stick is you want to have a real commitment, and that's your time and your money. So when you put your time and your money into something, then it sticks. You also want to have a plan, a step. How do you spell commitment? I'm just saying, is there a typo? Did I spell that right? Commitment. I just noticed that.
Right.
Is it right? The word? Okay. Because I was like, no, does it have two T's? Maybe not. It just caught my eye all of a sudden. I digress. You want to have a plan, a step-by-step, day-to-day, 1, 2, 3, and we're giving you that. What to eat, how to, all of that. So it takes the guesswork out of what you're doing. You also want to have a why. Why are you doing this? Why would Shred 10 make sense for you? Is it because you want to reduce inflammation? Is it because you want to reduce weight? Is it just because you know you need to flood your body with what it's missing? Why are you doing this? And then accountability. Your Shred leader, they should be looking for you and connecting with you and making sure that you're good. Because we want that. We want you to be in it, to win it, and we want to hold you accountable. And then your surroundings must change in order for your goals to stick. So for those 10 days, you're with us in our Shred group. What I love about the Shred community is we are a community, that we come together, we look for each other. I'm like, Sandra, where are you? Renee, where are you? We hold each other. We look for each other, and we anticipate doing the Shred together every month. And we've just created a way that we inspire healthy living around the world, literally around the world, because I am in California and a lot of you all are on the other side of the world, right? In Georgia and Maryland or wherever you might be. So again, how the program works: for 10 days, you're eliminating gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed food, sugar, and eating after 7 as best as you can. I know that people cannot be perfect, but it's best that you can. And in that, you're adding in exercise 3 to 4 days, enough water so that your urine is clear, sleep 7 to 8 hours. You're adding in 1 to 2 of the Juice Plus complete shakes, and it's highly recommended that you also add in the fruits, vegetables, and berries as a chewable or a capsule. And then as a bonus to you, we are going to make sure that you have a full 10-day sketch as to what to eat. And then we're going to make sure that after the 10 days, you know what to do. So your program includes that meal plan, your accountability group, digital recipe book, success guide. We start November 11th, and you've got to make that commitment. Today is great, because if you commit today, we'll send you the meal plan. But otherwise, by November the 4th is the last day to say, yes, I'm doing this with you all. After the 10 days, before we start the Shred, we have a meeting via Zoom. After the 10 days, we have another meeting, but that's when that meal plan will kick in and will help to guide you. The Shred 10 is a 10-day jump start to the beginning of at least a 4-month program. So when you're getting Juice Plus, the capsules or the chewables, it's going to last you 4 months. The complete can last you 4 months or not, depending on how you consume it. You'll get 60 servings. So literally that just depends on how you use it. But it is to inspire you for those 10 days to see what your body is doing and saying, and then commit to coming back and shredding with us. Now, of course, you don't have to, right? After you shred with us the first time, you can disappear and we can never see you again. We hope that doesn't happen. We want you to come back, be a part of the mission and what we're doing for our health and for yours. You need the complete shakes, and recommended to have the fruits and vegetables. So whoever invited you here, they can get you what you need. And when you do that, when you get your order in, we will send that nutrition plan to you, and you can get started now. In other words, you can get started with shifting your eating habits and getting your mind wrapped around doing the shred, and then November the 11th, jump in with us full on. So again, complete your order by November the 4th, and you will get your 4-month supply of the Juice Plus fruits and vegetable capsules, fruits, vegetables, and berry capsules if you elected to get them. The complete will give you 60 servings. Again, you have to have the complete to do the shred. You need that. And you can start the shred for as low as $36. What does that mean? You can start for as low as $36. All that will give you is the protein. That does not include the plant powders. And the complete is broken into 4 payments of that, but you can get started for $36. So again, let the person that invited you here explain all the details. It's completely affordable. You can start the shred for literally less than what a cup of Starbucks costs. Because I went to Starbucks yesterday. I got some tea, and that tea was almost $3. And I don't think I got any nutrition. So think about getting a full-on nutritious meal for less than $2.33. That's pretty powerful. So hope you will join in with us. Again, we start November 11th. Deadline to confirm your participation is November the 4th. And let's see if there are any questions that we can answer for you. Any questions at all? All right. Well, you could have been anywhere on a Monday night or day, depending on where you are. And we're glad that you were here. Please contact the person that invited you here so they can get you started on the shred and get the meal plan to you and invite you into our shred community. Have a good evening. My name is Robin, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm sending love and blessings to all. Eat well, think well, and be well. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.